Hello, wise community. It's Subradip Patra, your biology faculty, and today we're gonna continue that chapter, Anatomy of Flowering Plants. This will be the part 2 of the video that I had uploaded before in the last week, and we going to discuss about the meristematic tissues in this video, the first part of the chapter in the tissue section. So, at first, we're gonna have a look into the meristem, or you can see the meristematic tissue. The meristem is initially divided into two parts. The first part will be primary meristem and the second will be the secondary meristem. In primary meristem, we have two things, apical meristem and intercalary meristem. Apical meristem can be further divided into root apical meristem and shoot apical meristem. The apical meristem is the meristem which is responsible for production of primary tissues. It helps the plant to grow at the earlier stage of their life. In the root apical meristem section, the root apical meristem is present at the tip of roots. It helps the root to grow. You can know by now through it. The shoot apical meristem, just like the root apical meristem, the shoot apical meristem also occupies the distant most region of the stem axis. So what it will do in that plant, it will gonna help the plant to grow at the initial stage. Here we have another thing, that is, during the formation of leaves and elongation of stem, some cells left behind and they all forms the auxiliary bud. Why auxiliary bud is important? Because auxiliary bud helps for the formation of a branch or a flower. And where does it present? It present in the axils of leaves. So if we draw the diagram of leaf primordium, then we're gonna see a structure like that, just like this. We're gonna see a structure like this. Here at this position, at this place, here will be the auxiliary bud. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about is intercalary meristem. Okay, in intercalary meristem, what is intercalary meristem? Intercalary meristem is the meristem which occurs between mature tissues. Let's suppose we have two mature tissues, this one and this one. So the intercalary meristem will be present just between these two tissues. Here, this is the mature tissue and this will be also the mature tissue. Where does this intercalary meristem presents? It presents in grasses and regenerate parts removed by grazing herbivores. That means if a cow is eating, let's suppose this is the grass and this is the grass, and the cow is eating this portion of that grass, then this can regenerate all by itself to its full length because it has intercalary meristem. Okay, the next thing is our secondary meristem. Secondary meristem, as you can see by its name, is responsible for producing secondary tissues. Here we can see the secondary meristem occurs in the mature regions of root and shoot, produce woody axis and appear later than primary meristem. This secondary meristem is also called cylindrical meristem. Here are few examples of secondary meristem. One will be fascicular vascular cambium, the second will be interfascicular cambium, and the third will be cork cambium. All these three topics we're going to discuss later on at the end of this chapter. Okay, here we have another good information to keep in mind, that during the formation of primary plant body, specific regions of the apical meristem produce dermal tissues, ground tissues, and vascular tissues. In the next section of the chapter, we're going to discuss about all these three things, the dermal tissues, ground tissues, and vascular tissues. So you don't have to worry about all these things. We're going to cover it up. Don't worry. Okay, so we have done with this part of the chapter, and now we're going to solve few questions on this chapter. Don't be afraid, stay strong, stay motivated. We have to be somebody here. Okay, so here are the questions. Okay, here are the questions. Okay, you have these questions here. At first we have question number 1. Specialized regions having active cell division are called. Answer it. Okay, it will be meristem. The second question. Apical meristem are present at the. Okay, it will be option 1, tips of root, tips of shoot, lateral side of roots and shoots. So these two options will be correct. So it will be option D, both A and B. Question number 3. A branch or a flower develops in the axis of the leaves by the activity of. Okay, so option is auxiliary bud, apical meristem, tissues. What it will be? It will be auxiliary bud. Question number 4. Auxiliary bud originates from meristem, shoot apical meristem, root apical meristem, secondary meristem. Okay, if you guys have answered option number B, it will be shoot apical meristem. Okay. Question number 5. Intercalary meristem is found between the mature tissues, shoot apical meristem, root apical meristem, secondary meristem. It will be mature meristem. As I said before, if this is a mature stem, this is another mature tissue, then intercalary meristem will be present just in between these two tissues. This would be intercalary meristem. Okay, we're good to go now. Okay, question number 6. Regeneration of damaged growing grass following grazing is largely due to lateral meristem, apical meristem, intercalary meristem, or secondary meristem. Yeah, you are absolutely right. It will be intercalary meristem. Okay. Now the question number 7. Examples of secondary meristem are interfascicular cambium, intrafascicular cambium, cork cambium, and all of these. As I told before in the previous, when I was discussing about the secondary meristem and the examples of the secondary meristem, so it will be all of these three. Now question number 8. Permanent or mature cells are formed by cell division in the primary meristem, cell division in the secondary meristem, both A and B, and specialization of secondary meristem. Yeah, if you guys have answered option C, then it will be option C. Now the next question, because cell division in the primary meristem, it will also going to produce mature tissues later on, and cell division in the secondary meristem, it will also going to produce mature tissues later on. So the question number 9, during the formation of primary plant body, specific regions of apical meristem produce what? Dermal tissues, ground tissues, vascular tissues, all of this. It will be all of the above, option number D. Why? Because I told you before to remember an important point at the end of the discussion, that the primary plant body, during the formation of primary plant body, specific regions of apical meristem produce all of these three, this dermal tissue, ground tissue, and vascular tissue. Okay, so I have done with this part of the chapter, and it was a nice journey with you guys. So stay strong, keep studying, hustling, and I hope you guys will gonna follow on our Instagram, Facebook, and all other platforms. There we're going to continue post content to help you guys grow in your study and preparation. And don't give up, stay strong, and keep smiling, stay happy. Okay, thank you guys for your time and for your efforts. You are great, you are marvelous, you are next to the top. Okay, so thank you, tada, bye bye, have a nice day.